The fairy godmother failure. Once upon a time, there was me, Emily. I was miserable, not just sad or unlucky, but completely and utterly miserable. You would have been miserable too if you had been me. For one thing, I had 3 really rotten older brothers. They pulled my hair when Mom wasn't looking, then pretended that nothing had happened. They stole my CD player and my school bus so that everyone thought I was the most forgetful person in the whole world. They never let me hang out in the treehouse.
Nana, Emily's a girl with no girls allowed.
Blockheads.
I was hopeless at school. I lost my homework all the time. Even when my brothers didn't steal it, I got horrible grades.
Emily, your grades are awful. You are grounded, and you have to clean the whole house.
She especially liked me to clean the bathroom.
And don't forget to clean the bathroom.
Mom never ever let me do anything fun. The boys could do whatever they want, but whenever I asked her,
Mom, can I go hang gliding?
No, dear.
Mom, can I go inline skating?
No, dear.
Mom, can I climb the top of the jungle gym?
No, Emily, you could break your arm.
last week was really bad. I woke up because my alarm clock didn't go off. I wore socks that didn't match, and everyone at the bus stop laughed at me. I went back home to change my socks, and I missed the bus. Mom had to drive me home, and she wasn't very happy about it.
Emily, what am I going to do with you?
I was late to homeroom. My teacher wasn't very happy about it.
Emily, what am I going to do with you?
It was Thursday. We had a spelling test. I forgot to study my words, and we had a pop quiz in science, and I failed it as usual. And my math homework was all wrong. At lunch, my best friends threw up on my shoes, and I had to eat by myself. After school, I ran all the way into the woods so that no one could hear me. I was mad. I was really mad, so I screamed.
I am miserable, I am miserable, I am miserable, and I wish someone could come and make it all better.
I felt a little bit better, but not much. Then out of nowhere, an old lady whizzed by me on a pair of roller skates. She ran into a tree, and I helped her up.
Are you okay?
Oh dear, yes, I'm fine, just fine. How are you, Emily?
Wait a second, how do you know my name?
Why, I am your fairy godmother. Of course I know your name.
My fairy godmother?
Yes, you are miserable, and I am here to help you. That's what you wanted, isn't it? You wished for someone to come and make things all better, didn't you?
But you...
She currently didn't look like your typical fairy godmother. Roller skates, crooked wand, and a hat that identified have seen better days.
Yes, me. Now, what you would like as your first wish?
I thought of all the things that made me miserable and how I could make them all go away if I had a wish. Maybe this fairy godmother could do something good around here. I thought maybe she just want I needed.
First, I would like you to make it so that I am not miserable anymore.
Oh dear.
Could you please stop saying that?
I was getting tired of her already, and she hadn't even granted my first wish.
Now I've made a wish. You are here to grant wishes. What is the problem?
I can't make people happy. That's against the rule. Well, it's pretty much impossible. Isn't there something smaller we could start with? Is there a toy that you want?
I'm too old to play with toys, but there's my homework, fairy godmother. I demand you to do my homework.
She pulled out a magic pen out of her hat and said some magic words. And with a single wave of the magic pencil, my homework was all done. It looked all wrong. I looked at the homework and it looked all wrong to me. But what did I know? It was just a little kid that this was a fairy godmother.
Next, I would like you to put spell on my things so that I will never lose them again.
She pulled out a bit of a magic dust out of her hat and sprinkled it all over my books and said some magic words. Then there was a great poof of magic smoke, but then my books were all gone.
You weren't supposed to make them disappear.
Sorry, dear. That's right. It's abracadabra, not cabradabra. Oh dear.
Never mind, I have lots of other wishes. Now I want you to make my brothers be nice to me.
When we went to the tree house when my brothers were, and she climbed up and waved her magic wand over them, and in the middle of the spell, thought she slipped and fell all the way to the bottom. When my brothers came up, they were frogs.
I didn't say to turn them into frogs.
Sorry. So sorry, dear. I must have said it backwards again.
I helped her up and went home for dinner.
Where are your brothers?
I don't
know. Then can I keep some pet frogs in my room?
Of course not, dear.
Then can my fairy godmother sleep over?
As long as you finish your homework.
Tomorrow, while I'm at school, I want you to build me a tree house. It better be the best tree house in the world, or you'll be fired.
Oh dear.
The next day, I turned in my homework and my teacher said,
This is all wrong. Every single answer worse than usual, Emily.
But my fairy godmother did it, and I just thought,
Nonsense. Where are your books?
my fairy godmother, I lost.
when I got home, my parents were really worried about my brothers. They were also not happy about the frogs in my room. Finally, I went to the forest to see my treehouse. It was a disaster. It was upside down and at the bottom of the tree.
This tree house is upside down and at the bottom of the tree.
Oh dear. Something is wrong, Emily?
Yes, something is wrong. Something is definitely horribly, terribly, miserably wrong. You are wrong. You are the worst fairy godmother I've ever seen. Cinderella's fairy godmother. Godray Prince, Sleeping Beauty's fairy godmother saved her life, but you haven't done anything right. You are fairy godmother failed her.
Then my fairy godmother started to cry. I was miserable. It was a miserable sound.
You're right. You're absolutely right. I was never any good at this. Things are worse than they were before. This always happening. I just messed things up worse when I'm supposed to make them all better. Oh dear.
Things aren't that bad. I'm sure you can fix them, but just get your spell book and try again.
It's no use. There was my last chance when you send me back. That will be it. No hand, no spell, no book, no magic hat.
I was still mad at her, but I didn't want to see her cry, and I didn't want her to get into trouble.
Someone had to do something.
I took the treehouse apart piece by piece using the hammer and the screwdriver. After I finished taking it apart, I rebuilt in the tree. My fairy godmother helped. I didn't let her put any spell on it, but she was good at handing me woods, and she really liked to help paint. Then I looked up some frog spell and sent them backwards into my frog back into brothers.
If you ever steal anything again, I will have my fairy godmother.
Emily's if we good. I'm gonna tell on you.
Sometimes I wish I felt I left them as frowns.
If you ever steal anything again, I will have my fairy godmother turn you into lizards and keep you in little jars in my windows there.
Then I did all my homework over again very carefully. Did you know what?
I made 100.
Congratulations, Emily.
There was nothing that could have been done about the books. I had to get new ones. I also had to pay for the old ones, so I got a job mowing Mrs. Brookopil's yard.
Well, Emily, it looked like you fixed everything.
Well, I don't think things are perfect, but they are a lot better than they were.
Are you going to send me back?
Do you want to go back?
Oh, no. Oh, dear, no.
Then why don't you stay?
Well, I'll never be a very good fairy godmother.
That's okay. You're pretty good company. Besides, what would you do without someone to take care of you?
Good job. Good job.